Yo, what's going on YouTube? This week I put together an insane video for you guys. I've spent countless hours out at different thrift stores, and to be honest with you, the finds are pretty crazy this week. In this week's video, I just wanted to go through a few things. The first thing I want to share is actual footage of me searching for inventory at thrift stores. Then I'm going to go through some of the more high-end items. I want to show why these items will do well on eBay. And finally, I want to talk about what profit we made from last week. I'll be running through the individual listings and the sold prices on the screen. So let's get into the search. So now that you guys have seen the hunt, I wanted to walk through 5 individual items and explain why I think they'll sell well on eBay. The first item I want to talk about are these Carhartt Nike Air Force Ones. These only cost me $5.99 and they do have a little damage. You can see they cut off the tab. After looking these shoes up, I think they should sell somewhere between $60 and $80. The next item on the list is this Bose radio. I know what you guys are thinking. This thing is old and heavy, but Bose just always really does well on eBay. The speakers always sound really well, and it only cost me $5.99. I predict this item to bring somewhere between $30 and $60. The next item I have is this IU basketball. So at first I thought it was just like any other basketball. I thought it was just one you could buy at like the gift store, but it turns out that this is actually a game ball that was used at IU. I predict the IU game ball to bring somewhere between $50 and $60. The next item I'll be talking about is this CB radio. CB radios actually always have a good following, and they always sell pretty well on eBay. For this make and model, I predict probably somewhere between $30 and $40. I only had to pay $5.99 for that CB. And lastly, we have this Tiffany & Co. pitcher. This is a 1996 Tiffany & Co. pitcher. It's a holiday edition, and unfortunately, I don't know if you can see, there's been a crack and it has been repaired. So that really hurts the value. I predict this to probably bring $40 to $50. If it wasn't cracked, these were selling for $200 to $250. That pitcher literally only cost me $3.99. These were only about 1/4 of the finds that I had this week. Now, if you guys are wanting to sell on eBay and you're confused on how I'm finding these price ranges, I wanted to explain very briefly how I do it. First things first, you need to find a name on your item. So for this pitcher, it would be Tiffany Holiday Pitcher. Once you have that name, you want to throw it into the search bar in your eBay app. Once you search for the item, you want to look in the right-hand corner for filter. You want to scroll to the bottom and click show more, and then you want to turn on sold items. After you do this, you should see a bunch of listings with a bunch of green numbers underneath them. These green numbers show how much that item sold for at that given time. This will help you come up with a good range and figure out if the item is worth buying. So now let's talk about how much money I made from the old boxes in the last video. So the first thing that sold from last week was the vintage trolls. There was 30 of them and it brought $96.95 with a total of 18 bids. Next we have the lot of the 11 1980s McDonald's Happy Meals Transformer toys, and those brought $10.49 with a total of 2 bids. The old pipe from last video actually brought $20.50. I thought it would bring more than that, but honestly, since it had no markings, it's hard to tell what it actually was, so I feel like that's a fair price. Then there's the old glass bottle. That one brought $9.99 with only 1 bidder. The Christmas cards only brought $4.99, but it did have 2 bidders. I thought it might get a little more than $5, but they're just old Christmas cards, so I guess that's what they're worth. This one was super disappointing to me. It was the bobblehead lot. It only brought $10. I thought that it would do a lot better than this, but it turns out there wasn't a lot on the market, and there was only one person that was selling one, and it was just a single bobblehead for $30, but they didn't end up selling it. So honestly, $10 was probably a fair price. This one was super surprising to me. It was the lot of the 15 reading glasses. I didn't think they would do very well, but they actually brought $82 with 5 bids. So that did extremely well. The next one I found in the box, and I didn't even include it in the first video, but it was an old Mickey Mouse watch face, and it actually brought $13.50. This next one was absolutely crazy. It was the China plate, the black and gold one. It ended up bringing $180.50. It had 11 bidders, and I think there was like 30 watchers on it at one point. I did not expect this plate to bring nearly that much, and I was super surprised when it did. I think it could have had something to do with the colorway, because the other one was the same brand and it didn't sell at all. The next thing that sold was the lot of 3 vintage photos with the horses in them, the large ones, and those brought $10. I expected a little more out of all the photos. The next photo lot brought $22, which was kind of impressive. That was the one with the drugstore, and the boxing ones that I thought would, make a little better lot than the other ones. And then the last one was just a lot of kind of the basic photos, and there was a one with a car in there, some old family photos. So not too bad on the photos, but still had some that didn't sell. So because this was a clean out, all these were going to be donations to Goodwill, so she ended up letting me just take them home. So I ended up spending a total of $0 on all of these items, and I ended up making $471.65. I would definitely say that's not too bad of a week. Well, I hope you guys liked this video. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and also leave a like on this video. I'll be posting every single Friday. And let me tell you, next week's video is going to be a banger. I'm going to be searching for $1,000 worth of inventory in just 1 week. So you definitely want to stay tuned till next Friday. Thanks again so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.